Sandi Toksvig was born in Copenhagen, Denmark, and brought up around the world in Europe, Africa, and the United States. She began her comedy career at Girton College, Cambridge, where she found time to write and perform in the first all-woman show at the Footlights, as well as achieving a first-class honours degree in law. Sandi is passionate about live performance. She performed at the very first night of the Comedy Store in London, and for many years was a member of the Comedy Store Players, an improvisational comedy team. For 3 years, she was executive producer of Playhouse Live for Sky Arts, producing specially commissioned live drama for television and 6 new half-hour films. Sandi is well known in the UK as a broadcaster, having begun her career in children's television, playing Ethel in the long-running Saturday morning show number 73. Since her television career has included regular appearances on award-winning Whose Line Is It Anyway, and 6 years as team captain on Call My Bluff. For a decade, Sandi has been host of Radio 4's The News Quiz, which led to her induction into the Radio Hall of Fame. She currently hosts BBC entertainment show QI, for which she was BAFTA nominated this year, and she also hosts the Great British Bake Off. She has just concluded her 10th season hosting the game show 15 to 1 for Channel 4. Sandi has written over 20 books, including fact and fiction, for both children and adults. Her stage play, Bully Boy, was the opening production of London's newest theatre, the St. James. Her latest play, Silver Linings, opened in February 2017, and her most recent novel, The End of the Sky, was published in the same year. Sandi has just concluded a 5-year term as Chancellor of Portsmouth University and is involved with many charities focusing on civil liberty, women's rights, and education. In 2014, she was made an OBE for services to broadcasting, and in March 2015, along with journalist Catherine Mayer, she co-founded Britain's newest and fastest growing political party, the Women's Equality Party, which now has branches throughout the UK. Mr. Chancellor, on the recommendation of the Senate and Council, I present Sandi Toksvig that you may confer upon her the Honorary Degree of Doctor of Letters.
Wow, my life flashed before me there. Thank you very much. Sorry if you can't see me just down here. Lecterns are designed for tall men to say important things. Now, thank you very much to the University of Leicester for this great honour. I was asked to say a few words this morning, but to limit myself to 5 minutes. It's an irony of life, I think, to be awarded a piece of paper for presumed wisdom, and then everybody's pretty confident you can express all that gathered knowledge quite so swiftly. So I'm going to cut to the chase, okay, and give you a potted version of what I'd like to pass on. First of all, can I just say to the mature graduates today, you don't need any words from me whatsoever. You have already made the brilliant decision to continue with your education. You are an inspiration to us all. Let's hear it for the mature graduates. Okay, let's turn to you brilliant young people. All right, first of all, you are brilliant young people, and don't let anybody in the older generation tell you differently. I have every faith in you and can only apologize for the many messes my generation has been responsible for. Okay, a couple of things I would like to suggest to you. First of all, be in the moment. Okay, what does that mean? Well, instead of tweeting and texting people who are not with you that you are having a wonderful time, try having a wonderful time with the people you are actually with. Sometimes that may even be your parents. And now that you're officially grown up, you may be shocked to discover there is more to them than you thought. There's a wonderful quote attributed to the great American writer Mark Twain. He said, "When I was a boy of 14, my father was so ignorant I could hardly stand to have the old man around. But when I got to be 21, I was astonished how much the old man had learned in 7 years." Parents, to the parents, a quick note to you, there may also be more to your kids than you thought. And you will soon discover this, as even children with degrees are unlikely to leave home, so good luck with that. Just because you have a degree, please do not think that you know everything. Remember, it is possible to be smart and still have a fantastic streak of stupid. Consider the early 20th century Russian physician Alexander Bogdanov. He experimented with blood transfusions in search of eternal youth. After 11 transfusions, which he performed on himself, he declared that he had suspended his balding and improved his eyesight. In fact, he'd infected himself with malaria and tuberculosis and died shortly afterwards. So, just a lesson for us all. Take the time to consider others. If you don't, then one day they may fail to consider you. Don't dwell on your failures, learn from them. You know, if you're running a race and you fall over a stick, standing and staring at the stick is not going to help you to finish the race. If you ever have a job which bores you rigid, leave. Life is too short, and never settle for anything less. Never settle for anything less than kindness and passion in a partner. You deserve the best, and don't let anybody treat you otherwise. Okay, nearly finished. Beauty. Right, subject of beauty, you all look so beautiful today, and that is because you are young. Okay, here's the bad news. It's not going to last. Boys, your hair is going to go. Girls, you don't want to know what's going to go. But here is the good news. Your brain and your store of knowledge is, even with a degree, in its infancy. Think of the books there are to read, the music there is to listen to, the art there is to admire. I envy you the journey. I'm running out of time, which is a common feeling at my age, so I'm going to leave you with this. When the great Beethoven had lost his hearing and could no longer enjoy his own wonderful music, he was found running through the streets of Vienna shouting, "Grab life by the throat." It is the best advice of all. Go change the world. I know you can do it, and by God, it needs doing. Thank you very much.